Uh,
Hello.
I'm sure you've seen, Dallas has had to postpone games. Sounds like Pittsburgh has had to cancel a practice and scrimmage today because of COVID concerns. How much does it weigh on your mind, just what kind of season this is going to be? I mean, injuries are always a part of it, but this season just also playing against the background of the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough, and everyone's in the same situation. We're trying to sort through it day by day, and we're going to do the best we can, be as safe as we can while we're here and when we're at home. But I mean, unfortunately, it's part of the reality that we're living in, and we're just going to continue to do the best we can.
Can you describe a little bit what it's like behind the scenes since we're not in the locker room this year? Like, do you guys walk around with masks, and is there more separation in the locker room between stalls as far as where guys sit or such?
For sure. So anytime we're not working out or not on the ice, we have our masks on, whether that's in the locker room, walking around. When we come in, we get temperature checked and tested every day, and then it's always with the mask and social distance as best as we can.
And then just your thoughts on the season ahead in general. You've been here for a while now. You were part of last year's struggles. What gives you encouragement that you guys can be more competitive this season?
For sure. I think, the beginning of any new season is exciting. The guys that we brought in look like they're ready to have an impact. It looks like the young guys, they continue to grow. And I think, as was evident in the scrimmage last night, I think the competitiveness is high, and guys are excited to get back. It's been a long 10 months.
And just lastly, I know you've seen them for a while now, but how fun is it to sit on the bench and watch when Dylan and Tyler and Anthony are on the ice? I mean, they just seem to read off each other so well every single shift.
Yeah, they were great last night. It's fun sitting on the bench watching. It's not so fun when you're on the ice against them trying to defend, but they look like they're poised to have a great year, and that's exciting for our team.
Thank you.
Next question from Max Boltman with The Athletic.
Hey, Luke, I just wanted to get your thoughts on Matthias Brome having gotten to play on a line with him so far in camp.
Yeah, I think he's came in and he's made a statement. I think he's a highly skilled player, with some good finishing ability, and he works hard. He's a good skater. I've been impressed by what I've seen so far.
And then you go back to college with John Merrill, right? How's he been, and in your kind of opinion, how has he grown since that time in his career?
Yeah, it's great. It's always great to see someone that you played with. I guess that was probably 10 years ago now, but I think Johnny looks good. He's always been a great guy to be around, always been a good hockey player. But I think the attitude that he brings to the rink every day and his work ethic are a great addition here.
Jeff talked about how, as guys get deeper into their career, maybe not having one thing that you're known for becomes more of a strength when you're good at a lot of things. Whereas when you're younger, sometimes people want you to have one real standout part of your game. For John, seeing him on the power play out there, how does he look in that capacity to you? And is that something that you think, with more opportunity could become a strength of his?
For sure. When I was in college, John was on the power play. So the last time I saw him play, he was a power play guy, always been smart with the puck, with a great ability to find the open guy and great vision. And so it doesn't surprise me to see him there. He looks comfortable to me. Obviously, I'm not making those decisions, but he looks comfortable out there, and I'm happy for him.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank you.
Next question is from Ansar Khan with MLive.
Yeah, hi, Luke. When Dylan entered the league several years ago, you kind of took him under your wing. How has he developed during that time, just from a leadership standpoint? I mean, how much growth have you seen in him in that area, and has it kind of accelerated these past last season and so far in camp? Especially last season, as difficult as it was.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple points to make here. I think first of all, Dylan comes from a great family, and he was raised the right way, and I think he was a mature kid for his age at that time, and I think he's just continued to grow. I think, he's taken more onus every single year on what happens, not only for himself, but for this team. And he stood in front of, the media every single night last year trying to explain what was going on. And I thought he did it with poise. I thought he did it with grace. And I think that's a testament to who he is.
And also for yourself, getting the last season, and now you're one of the longest serving Red Wings. Just what does it feel like to be one of the longest serving Red Wings on this team? And just talk about your own leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but there's been a lot of turnover here, a lot of change. But I think if anything, I just try to be myself and continue the culture that the older guys had created, or continued on even, from when I was younger, and just instill that in the young guys that, even though things haven't gone the right way lately, that we just have to continue pushing in the right direction. And, the main thing, you talk about it a lot, but culture, and it's tough to have a good culture when things go the wrong way. But as this thing moves forward, that's just such an important part. And so we're just going to try to continue that.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank you.
Next question is from Ted Coughlin with the Detroit News.
Hey, Luke, good to see you. Hey, what gives you confidence that this season could or will be different from last year and all?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been, I said this before, but it's been a long 10 months. Guys worked hard, and, they continue to get better. We got some new additions, and so I'm excited. And the competitiveness has been high in camp. It's been obviously a little different, but it brings a lot of excitement to see the passion that the guys have had so far.
And when you think about this, when you look ahead to this season with the shortened schedule and all, and the way the division's going to be set up, any keys for you guys? I mean, what's going to have to happen? I mean, people have talked about a quick start that would help. I mean, what do you see is going to be the key to make this a successful season that way?
I mean, I honestly think it's kind of cliche to say, but just one day at a time. It's going to be a lot of games, not a lot of practice, and you got to take it one day at a time. And there's going to be some rivalries built, which is exciting. It's going to be fun hockey, but at the end of the day, we just got to get a little bit better every single practice, every single game. Keep pushing in the right direction.
Hey, one last one. I mean, just thinking about the near-term future or whatnot. I mean, again, you're a free agent after this year. I mean, your name pops up at the trade deadline, it seems like every spring. Have you thought much about going forward and, any of that type of stuff?
I really haven't. I grew up a Red Wings fan. It was my lifelong dream to play in this league and to be a part of this organization. And, I've enjoyed every single day so far, and I'm going to continue enjoying every single day until they tell me that my time is done here. And, you can get caught up in the outside noise a lot, but, I got a lot of work to continue to do, and I'm just going to keep trying to do that.
Hey, perfect. Thanks, Luke.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. We'll be back with our last availability shortly.